Before you can fuck her, you need to touch her. Now, initially, between two strangers, there's going to be a thing called the touch barrier. If you don't break the touch barrier, you can fuck her. So today, I'll show you exactly how you can break it. If you're new here, my name's Leo. I help guys on self-improvement get some bitches. So if you're on self-improvement but you still don't pull any bitches, bro, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because this shit is exactly for you. The first thing you're going to learn is that the faster you break the touch barrier, the better, okay? Like, as soon as you get the opportunity to break the touch barrier, you should always take it, because if you take your time with breaking the touch barrier, let's say you're on a date with this girl, right? And it takes you like 1 hour of just like, you're just like talking, maybe you're flirting a little bit, but it takes you 1 hour to like touch her for the first time, bro. That's nothing, okay? Like, I touch girls inside of the approach now already, right? The faster you break the touch barrier, the more she's going to see you as the sexual type of guy. And if you actually want to fuck her, bro, then you gotta position yourself as the sexual type of guy. What I don't want you to do is to pretend like almost like you're not even interested in sex with her, right? You're pretending like to be friends and you're talking for like 1 hour and then that's the first time you're kind of like touching her, bro. That's too slow. You actually want her to kind of think like, okay, this is like a sexual type of guy, right? You want her to think that, because only then she's even going to consider you. Because if you fuck this up, right, if you take way too long in the escalation, she's going to be thinking like, okay, so this guy, like, he took me on a date, right? So he's clearly interested, but now he's taking ages to escalate with me. She's going to automatically assume that you have small balls, because, like, honestly, if you were like courageous and if you actually had two big balls, then you'd start escalating with her immediately, right? You'd start touching her immediately. You wouldn't have the touch barrier established for such a long time. So make sure you break it as fast as possible, because if you do it right away, it actually gets easier. It's almost like when you first like get to know a girl, right? Maybe it's like a group scenario in your university, you're doing some group project together, and like the girls introduce themselves in the beginning, right? And she's called like Samantha or something, right? But after 5 minutes you've forgotten her name. Now you don't know what this one girl is called anymore, and you only ever address her with you, right? You don't even know her name, and you kind of think, oh, it might be Samantha, but you don't dare to ask because you think like, oh, maybe it's kind of awkward, right, if I ask her for a name. Bro, the longer you wait, the more awkward it's going to be, right? If you don't know her name and you ask her like after 2 minutes, oh, by the way, forgot your name, come and tell me again, right? She's going to tell you again, no problem at all, right? But if you wait like a week or 2 weeks, you still don't know her name, bro. Now it's awkward. Now it's awkward to be like, oh yeah, by the way, I know we've been working together for like 2 weeks, but I was too much of a bitch to ask for your name again, so please tell me your name again, bro. Now it's awkward, okay? Same thing with the touch barrier. The longer you wait before you break it, the more she's going to see you as like this non-sexual type of guy who isn't even going for sex with her. And the more she sees you as that guy, the less likely you are to actually fuck her. So you want to break it as fast as possible. And already kind of told you, like, I'm literally breaking the touch barrier with girls inside of the approach now, okay? Like, when I see, okay, this girl's kind of vibing with me, she's laughing at my jokes, I'm flirting with her, she's like receptive, she's flirting back, bro, I'm already like touching her, right, on the shoulder and shit. I'm already starting to break the touch barrier literally after like 2 minutes of meeting. And I want you actually to do the same, because again, the faster you do it, the more you are the sexual type of guy. And women don't fuck the guy who's like nice, right? Women don't fuck the guy who's like, oh no, actually, like, it's totally fine if I have to take you on 3 dates before you actually before we actually hold hands, and then another 5 dates before we actually kiss. Like, these guys are fucking pussies, okay? Women fuck guys who are like, sexually forward, who are like almost kind of blatant with their sexual. They fuck these guys all the time, right? The insecure cuck, right? The guy that you probably are right now, even though you are in self-improvement, you have no more reason to be that guy. The insecure cuck, bro, he is the one that women fucking despise, and they make him wait. So literally inside the approach already, you want to break the touch barrier, because like, I don't want you to think of anything like stupid rules, like, oh wait, like, but like, I barely even know, I can only start like escalating through the touch barrier once we're on a date. No, motherfucker, you want to do it as soon as possible. If she's down and like you can see that she's receptive to whatever you're saying inside of the approach already, bro, go ahead and break the touch barrier, okay? She's giving you the go signal. Why would you wait for like another couple days until you get on a date to start doing what you actually wanted to do? Why don't you go right ahead? That's another reason why cold approach is so fucking amazing, right? You're right there with this girl, pretty much you're already like on a date because you already have like met her in real life, right? You can do all of this escalation already. Imagine like the guy on Tinder, right? The chump on Tinder who's like in her DMs and she's messaging 5 other guys on the side while he's trying to like get her on a date, bro. He can't do this shit, right? or the guy in the Instagram DMs, you know, like he's just shooting random shots at girls, and they're all kind of like using him because they like the notifications on their phone, but she's never going to meet these Instagram guys on a date, bro. Cold approach is so fucking nice because you're right there with her. You can already escalate. You can already like schedule a date right live inside of the approach. You can already take her like on a date right there if you're like smooth with it, you know, and you're connecting well. She has nothing to do, bro. Just go on an instant date with her. Cold approach is so overpowered because it's literally like a mini date. Okay, but now that you know that you want to break the touch barrier as fast as possible, how do you actually do it? Like, how do you actually like touch her, right? And oh, bro, this is like so autistic that I have to explain this shit to you, okay? But literally, the way you do it is that, you know, you're like in the approach, you're like talking to her, you gave her a compliment or something, and now like you can see, okay, she's receptive, you know, she's smiling at me, like a girl I had yesterday, right? I spoke to her a little bit, and I told her, oh yeah, by the way, you're my time. She was like, yeah, you're mine as well, right? And I was like, great, that's a match made in heaven then, right? And I was kind of like talking to her. She told me like she just came home from Ibiza, right? And I told her, oh yeah, that type of girl, right? Literally, like that was the second thing I said to her, right? And then I told her, oh, you're that type of girl, bam, touched her. Okay, touch barrier broken. Okay, she already knows, okay, like this guy this is a touchy type of guy. So she knows what she's supposed to expect once we go on a date, right? So literally whenever you make a joke or you kind of tease her a little bit, or she's laughing or she's telling you something stupid, bro, just touch her. And where do you touch her? Don't like fucking like touch her on the thighs or no. I'll show you the safe area to touch girls right now, okay? It's like from the shoulder to the wrist, okay? Like the hands, okay? They're still a little bit more, you know, you don't want to touch the hands immediately. Even though the girl that I was speaking to yesterday, like the one that came from Ibiza, bro, I told like, oh yeah, what you do there, like party? And she was like, no, not really. And then I was like, oh, did you go there with your boyfriend? She was like, yeah, actually with I'm engaged, right? And I was like, oh, you're engaged? And I was like, yeah, right, you're engaged, right? And with me. And then she was like, oh, but where's my ring? And first I told her like, oh wait, I don't have a ring on me. But then I kind of realized, wait, I actually do. I gave her the chip band of my gym, right? I put it around her thingy, so I got to touch her even more, you know, I got to hold her hand and shit. Little reasons like that, this is your way to break the touch barrier, okay? Just like a little joke. And technically, like, you don't have to touch her when you're like, when you're laughing, right? When you're laughing with your friends, bro, maybe you're a touchy guy, but like when you're laughing with your friends, bro, you're laughing, maybe you punch him a little bit, but you don't like every time you laugh, you don't touch him, right? Just do that with the bitches, bro. Just do that with the bitches. And like technically you don't have to do this, but if you do it, bro, you're going to fuck more, so you might as well start, right? Just do it. Just do it, trust me. Because if you don't, let me tell you what happens if you don't, okay? Let me tell you, I actually kind of talked about this in the beginning, but let's do it like in more detail right now. If you are the guy who doesn't escalate through the touch barrier, bro, how are you going to kiss her? How are you going to fuck her? Think about it. Like, there's no way to go from, like, not even having touched her to actually, like, you know, kissing. Because, like, everything that you want to do with this girl is, like, actually, like, kind of physically based, right? Like, you want to kiss her, you want to fuck her, you want to make out, whatever you want to do. You want to get sloppy toppy or anything, right? To all of these steps, the prerequisite is that you have, like, slightly touched her on the shoulder, and then you can go from there, you know. You can touch her a little bit more. You can, like, touch her on her hand. You can touch her, like, on her legs, you know, and eventually move, like, to the inner thighs and shit. Like, you gotta level this shit up, right? And the first level is always breaking the touch barrier, to go from like 0 to 1. This is very important. If you don't do this, bro, you're going to be like a little cuck friend who's like taking her on a date, and then he's like small talking with her for like 3 hours, and he's thinking like, oh yeah, man, this date is amazing. Like, we've been talking for 3 hours, right? This guy didn't even fucking touch her once, but he thinks like, oh, it's so amazing. We're connecting so well. And then she's like, oh, I gotta go to the toilet, right? And then she goes to the toilet, but she takes like kind of long, and after 5 minutes she's like back, and it's like, oh yeah, like I really gotta go now. And she's like, oh, he's like, okay, cool, I see you on the next date, right? Then they probably, he's also the type of guy who splits the bill, right? So they actually split the bill instead of that he just pays. And then he texts over WhatsApp, oh yeah, it was nice meeting you, Samantha. When are we going to meet the next time, right? And then she just fucking ghosts him, because she's actually kind of bored by guys, right? By these fucking guys who are like pretending to be her friends, even though she exactly knows that these guys actually want to fuck. Like, she's bored by these guys. They're just boring, right? They're like such pussies. They don't even dare to like fucking physically escalate with her, because I'm telling you, that's like exciting for the bitches, right? If you like actually touch them and you escalate with them and you're getting a physical with them, bro, they are getting excited. their pussy is getting wet because you are actually kind of like this rizzy type of guy. She's actually preparing for sex with you, right? Instead of being like the guy who's like, oh yeah, like we're totally friends, and then he thinks like the girl has to make the first move on him because like, oh, it's nice, equal relationship, bro. This motherfucker is boring to the girls. Girls fucking hate the guys who are insecure with the sexuality, who don't dare to push it a little bit, right? Girls fucking hate these guys because they're boring as fuck. They're such pussies, they don't even fucking dare to do what they want with the girl, right? She's literally on a date there with this guy. Like, she wants this guy to escalate on her, right? And he's like too much of a bitch to actually do it. Bro, don't be that guy, okay? You have to make sure that you are breaking the touch barrier as soon as possible. Now, the last thing that you need to know is that when you are breaking the touch barrier, bro, don't talk about it, okay? Don't talk about the escalation. Don't talk about anything that you're doing with this girl, like you know, flirting and shit. Because, bro, there's literally like if you go on Reddit, you know, like which is like the social media for fucking pussies, right? If you go on Reddit, where like the guys have skinny fat physiques and they're using Tinder, if you go on there, they're going to give you the advice of like, oh yeah, like before you touch a girl, make sure you have consent and make sure you ask her first. Is it fine if I hold your hand, right? And technically, like, oh man, if you're like a low testosterone bitch, man, that would sound like amazing advice, right? Because like obviously you want a girl to feel like very secure with you, so you better first ask her if she actually wants to be touched by you. Bro, try this on a date. No, bro, actually don't try this on a date, okay? Let me just tell you what happens if you try this on a date, okay? If you like literally are a little bitch who's like, oh, is it fine if I touch you on the shoulder when you make a joke, bro? She's gonna be thinking about this and she's gonna be like, what is that for a fucking question, right? Like, you just leaked yourself that you're a little fucking autist. Like, you just exposed yourself that you are browsing Reddit and that you're a little fucking bitch. Like, you're not the sexy player anymore, right? That she met in the cold approach when you first spoke to her. No. All of a sudden, you're like the overthinking autist who's like, oh fuck, can I really touch girls? Yes, bro, you can. And like, just bro, go ahead. Like, I give you permission right now. I give you permission right now to break the touch barrier with girls without asking, because she's literally on a date there with you already, okay? She likes you already. She wants you to escalate on her, so bro, go ahead and do it, okay? Don't be the motherfucker who's like asking, oh yeah, can I touch you right now? Don't be the motherfucker who like eventually, you know, you've broken the touch barrier, you're like intimate space and shit. Don't be the motherfucker who kind of looks at her and thinks like, what would you do if I kissed you right now, bro? Like, if you don't want to kiss this girl, bro, then ask her if what would she do if you were to kiss her right now, okay? Ask her about like any of this like physical escalation, right? Ask her, oh, would you mind giving me a blowjob right now, bro? You're not gonna get one, okay? Let me just promise you. Whenever you escalate with her physically, you know, going from like small touch to big touch to eventually like into her intimate space, bro, you don't talk about it, okay? This is like a secret game that the both of you are playing, right? Like, you both know that this is leading up to sex, okay? Like, you touching her a little bit more. Like, you both know that eventually you're going to kiss, eventually she's going to suck your dick, eventually you're going to be fucking, right? You both know this, but you're not allowed to speak about this game, right? Like, it's almost like a secret game, and you only kind of like get to look at her when you're touching her, and you kind of like, you know, telepathically you're allowed to like talk about sex with her. But bro, if ever anything like ever should leave your mouth about like, oh, is it fine if I hold your hand, bro? You are a little bitch. You just showed her that you are the insecure overthinker who thinks about like kissing girls, bro. And then she knows, okay, like this guy, no, actually, he's not actually fuck worthy, because like, damn, he seems to be such a pussy with it. And you might still have doubts now because you think like, oh yeah, I might catch a rape charge if I just go ahead and like touch girls that I'm not like 100% certain that they actually want to be touched by me, bro. No, like, I obviously, like, I don't touch girls who are not receptive, okay? Like, you're smart enough, okay? You have enough, like, basic human intuition that when you're in, like, an approach and you're talking to a girl, bro, you are smart enough that you can tell, okay, does this girl like me? Is she receptive? You know, she's, like, smiling at you. She's like, oh, she is, like, just seems to be so happy that you approach her, bro. Go ahead and touch her. I'm telling you. And even, like, for the rare cases that, like, you kind of misread her signals, she's just going to be kind of, like, you know, she's gonna kind of like take a step back from you, okay? Like, because she knows the game, right? She's also not talking about like escalation, even if you're like doing something that she's kind of uncomfortable with. She's not going to tell, okay, you're not stop, can you not touch me? She's just going to take a step back. But bro, I trust you, okay? You are the overthinking type of guy. You can read those signals, right? That should be no problem at all for you. You can safely escalate with girls, even if you like don't ask for permission. Because I'm telling you, like, you've been on self-improvement, right? You've been doing all of the good habits, and you've been hitting the gym. You've been getting like the sexy body, bro. Girls want to be fucking sexualized by you. They want to, right? Like, if you were like an average guy, you know, the normal guy with the skinny fat physique who browses Reddit, bro. Okay, this guy obviously has to ask about, oh, can I touch you? Because there's like a 99% chance that the girl is going to say, no, get the fuck away from me, okay? You're not that guy, bro. You're better than the Reddit motherfucker. You are the guy on self-improvement. You've been doing all of the hard work. You've been doing all of the good habits. Now you have become attractive. And bro, if you're attractive, bro, you can get away with everything. So next girl that you're speaking to and she's receptive, bro, make sure you break the touch barrier fast and make sure you don't fucking talk about it, okay? That's all literally that you need to do. That's the entire art of breaking the touch barrier. I'm doing free calls right now. If you check the first link in the description, you can literally speak to me for free. I'll be literally able to help you with like all the autistic tips that you need. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.